Well, this is an episode I was kind of hoping I didn't have to record, but due to some issues, mostly mine, self-inflicted, the Build Back Better Basel edition is ending. A couple things going on. First of all, there's an issue with the game still with regards to permits. Now, today's update, this is Thursday, I gotta look, the 11th, a little bit more, but the last update that came out did fix permitting in that I was able to sign a couple of players and get them permits. However, it was odd. I'd have like this 1-star current 4-star potential Uruguayan kid who had 3 under 19 appearances and he got a work permit, no problem. The 2-star current 5-star potential Brazilian wonder kid I found that had 7 appearances didn't get a permit, and there was no explanations given as to why. Now, Switzerland doesn't work on a point system like England or some of these other countries. It's literally an under-the-hood decision made by the computer. Is this guy good enough? Yes or no? Now, you can be good enough and not have international appearances and still get a work permit. I know because one of the other guys I signed had no international appearances, but he's 2-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, and he got a work permit, and yet the other guy that had 4 international appearances didn't get a work permit. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. The other thing that's happening, and I don't know if it's been fixed with this update or not, is ScreenFlow is still broken. And ScreenFlow is a huge part of this save. I wanted to use it to highlight the players you could find outside of the normal channels. And so far, it's only working in South America, and it's not working all the time. In that, if I have 3 competitions, A, B, and C, and they all play on the same day, on one edition of ScreenFlow, I will get competition A and competition B. On the second day of competition, I will get competitions B and competition C. On the third day, I'll get competition A, competition C. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I've never gotten anything outside of South America other than a couple of times. I've gotten some Mexican results. I've gotten some Caribbean results. I got an Asian result once and a South African result once. And I had everything loaded. I mean, every country loaded. Every under 23, 19, 16, whatever youth divisions there were in every country, I had them loaded. I never once got a European notification. You know, there's freaking 4 under 19 leagues in England, and I never got a single result from them. Same with France, Germany, so on and so forth. So that would mean sending scouts to those countries full time, doing national team deep dives, and frankly, I just don't have the time for that. I really don't. Now, I'm older, I'll be the first to admit that, but I also have a full-time job. I got 2 teenage kids, I have a wife. It's the busy time of year for us. And this is where my own mistakes come into play. I tend to record on weekends. I play the game during the week, but that's for my blog save. I'm wrapping up my current blog with BFC Dynamo I started at in FM23. I wrapped it up in FM24. I've got a season and a half left to post on the blog. I've got another blog save going. It's going to be a youth-only save that's going to start up in the new year, but I'm playing that a little bit ahead of time. I recorded the Basel episodes mostly on the weekends, and then I edit during the week. And I usually like to get a season or 2 ahead because my work will pick up in February and March. And I don't want to be in a position where I'm recording at 7 o'clock at night and editing to post for the next day. That's a lesson I learned the hard way a couple of FMs ago. If maybe I was 30 years younger and a little bit more technologically advanced, I'd be able to do it. I'm not. Now, some of you may have remembered, if you go back to, like, I want to say Basel, the episode 3rd or 4th one, there was this buzzing noise that's happened at the start of the video. Every time I spoke, there was a beeping noise. It went away. I thought it was because I had my phone too close to the microphone. Turned out I didn't. Turned out my microphone was bad. And starting with episode 10, which was the last episode of season 1, and the first 4 episodes I recorded of season 2, every time I talked, there is a beeping noise. And I've spent the better part of a week and some money on some tools to try and fix it. And it's just not going away. Now, how do I know it's my microphone? Because here's the offending microphone in question. You know, it's your standard Blue Yeti from whomever it is that makes it. Blue makes it, I guess. And how do I know it's the one that's broken? Because right now, I'm talking into the Blue Snowball I had 7 years ago, and it's working fine. And I know this because I recorded and I listened to it before I started recording this. So, I can't go back and re-record those episodes because I save the game as I go along after every episode. I could go back to my last season 1 save. I just don't have that energy. I really don't. I'm really frustrated that I didn't notice this ahead of time, because when I get into recording mode on the weekends, I will knock out 5 or 6 episodes. Sometimes I'll knock out a season in a day. I will do 1 season on Saturday, 1 season on Sunday, then I will start editing through the week and posting. And I don't know what happened. I got away from listening as I recorded. I got away from listening after I recorded. And it wasn't until I started trying to edit the episode 10 video that I realized what was going on. I thought it was isolated to that. I went ahead and listened to all the other episodes I recorded. It was the same thing. So essentially I have 5 episodes, the shortest of which was 20-something minutes, the longest of which was 40-something minutes, and it's all gone. Now, I could play those episodes over again and try and do a voiceover or a dub over, and that would just be bad. I mean, I recorded those a week ago. I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, let alone what I said in a game a week ago. And frankly, it's my own darn fault. It's a hobby for me. It's not a profession. And I treat it like a hobby, but I need to treat it a little more seriously so stuff like that doesn't happen. So, I'm going to take a break. It's going to be Christmas coming up, starting in January. There's going to be a new save starting on the YouTube channel. It's going to be a Build a Nation save. I've never done one before, but the reason I'm doing one now is that when I am at work, I tend to listen to YouTube, and I listen to a lot of Second Yellow Cards Build a Nation saves. The last one with MTK Budapest, I really loved. Not because I was going to do an MTK Budapest save last year, and I'm not going to say he co-opted that, but you know, if I'm doing an MTK Budapest save and he's doing an MTK Budapest save, I know where all the views are going. And plus, he's a lot better at it than I am. But I am doing a Build a Nation save with a country I've never played in before, with a club I've never even looked at before. But I think it's going to be a fun save. I got a youth-only save that I'm going to be doing on my blog. That's my goal for this year. The youth save on the blog, the YouTube save on the YouTube. Those are both going to start in January. And I will be far enough ahead that nothing should be missed. The only thing that might be missed are some self-imposed wounds, like the ones I created for myself with recording Basel. Depending on what happens the rest of the year, what happens with the database updates and things like that, if they fix ScreenFlow, if they fix the permitting issue, I may go back to Basel. It depends on how the Build a Nation save goes. If the youth save ends early or I complete it, which is going to be difficult, seeing as how I chose a country that's never completed a successful youth save, at least as far as I know from looking on the forums, I can go back to Basel. I liked it. It was a good showcasing of scouting and ScreenFlow and building a youth team and succeeding in Europe. I really liked it. I shot myself in the foot with it. I'm the first person to admit that. Unfortunately, Build Back Better, the Basel edition, is coming to an end, at least in this version. If I can restart it again in the summertime, before FM25 comes out, I will. If I can do it with another team, I may do it with another team. I think a save like that is really good for the alpha. You know, it doesn't have to be long, 5 or 7 years. You're taking one team, you're showcasing what you can do with it. I was playing it through. I know other creators tend to, here's what we're doing, we'll do the transfer windows, then we'll go on vacation for a year sort of thing. They've been successful with that. That's not my style of play with this sort of thing. My style of play is, here's the team, here's what we're building, here's how we're playing, here's how we're scouting. Spending a lot of time on scouting and stuff like that because I like scouting. I enjoy spending time on scouting. I don't enjoy spending a lot of time on scouting, though, and I was spending an inordinate amount of time on scouting in the second season, and it was just tiring. And that's about the best way I could put it. ScreenFlow and other tools like that make it easier and faster and better. That's why I use them. If I wanted to search every under-19 team in Czechoslovakia, I would. I don't. That's why I had ScreenFlow. ScreenFlow's not working, therefore that's time lost. And at the end of the day, I want to play Football Manager, not scout Football Manager. That's pretty much what's going on. Beginning of the new year, new blog save will be up, new YouTube save will be up. Until then, there's plenty of other content creators out there you should look at, both big and small. Leave some suggestions down below of who you like to watch, especially on the smaller content creator side. We'll go give them a listen and a like, possibly. And until then, I will see you in the new year. Have a happy holidays. My name's FM Jellico. I thank you very much for watching.